Maybe the predator code of having no friends and hunting everybody, doesn't work for all the predators, hashtag not all predators.
It's the predator like you've never seen him before. Predator Badlands. This is a big summer popcorn movie dropped into the middle of award season. And I don't know about you, Alonso. I didn't really have the biggest expectations about this, like the highest hopes for this, but I was surprised.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what to expect, although obviously Dan Trachtenberg did do Prey, which I think is one of the best of the Predator movies. And he is continuing to sort of tweak the idea of what a Predator movie is and looks like and is shaped like. One might call this the Bumblebee of Predator movies, perhaps.
That's true.
And I mean that as a compliment.
You might not be alone in this hunt.
So yeah, this time we have the Yautja is the race that the predators all are. And there's a guy named Dek, played by Dimitrius Schuster-Koloamatangi, and he is his father dismisses him as a runt and as a weakling, and he's never going to be good enough. And he wants Dek's older brother to kill him, but Dek's older brother stands up for him and is killed by his father, allowing Dek to escape. Dek's plan to finally win his father's respect is to go to this planet to kill the unkillable beast, to dream the impossible dream. And of course, this whole planet is designed to murder you, from the animals to the plants to everything else. And he nearly does wind up getting killed, but he suddenly finds valuable advice in the voice of Elle Fanning. She plays a synthetic from the Weyland-Yutani Company, or at least the upper half of one. And they make a deal where she'll help him kill the beast if he'll bring her back to her legs. And many, many complications ensue, including another Elle Fanning robot, including a cuddly, helpful alien who hangs out with the two of them. And along the way, lessons are learned and surrogate families are formed, and maybe being a lone wolf isn't so great after all. Maybe the predator code of having no friends and hunting everybody, doesn't work for all the predators, hashtag not all predators. This movie's a lot of fun. Like, it's kind of silly in a way, but you've got this great Elle Fanning performance giving this just like endless yakety yak, kind of comedic logorrhea of this robot sort of observing everything about the planet and giving him advice and talking him through stuff. This sort of like predator underdog, which we've never had in this movie.
Yeah.
In this series, they've always been super fearsome and like, the terror of the galaxy. And here's what he's just trying to prove himself. He just wants dad to love him. The littlest predator. And yeah, this comes off, and I know people were like, "Oh, PG-13, really?" But it's got plenty of action and a lot of really cool set pieces. Some of them maybe a little too much editing and a little too dark for my tastes, but a lot of it very exciting. And I was on its wavelength the entire time.
Yeah, I had so much fun with this, and I was so surprised because I have no strong feelings about the Predator franchise. I know people care about it a lot. The early ones with Schwarzenegger, Get to the Chopper, it seems very silly now in retrospect. And this is silly too, but like in a good-hearted way. Yeah. And you see a lot of the predators here. Like, one of their main defense mechanisms, their main tools in their toolbox is that they can be invisible when they need to be. And here you really get to see the detail in the face of this Yautja, and there's expression there. There's feeling there. It's almost humanistic. I mean, you can relate to this creature. And for so long, you're right, the predator has been the villain. And this makes you totally rethink who is the villain, who is a good guy. And that's, I think, kind of daring 7 films into a franchise to assume that people who care will be okay with that. It's a very different film too from Prey, which was a prequel to all of these, which was very stripped down, which is very humanistic. And Amber Midthunder was great in that. This is much more high tech, and all the stuff with the Elle Fanning droid is so cool. The visual effects are so seamless. I learned today the way they did that was he's actually carrying her on his back, and then they just digitally erased her bottom half. So he's carrying her like a backpack. for a lot of this film. And so, that's pretty impressive. And then also has to like act in a different language.
Yes.
The Yautja language.
Yes. They brought in some guy to create a whole language for this character that, so if you've worn out, a Romulan language summer camp, now you can learn Yautja.
Yeah, and Elvish, if you're already fluent in Elvish,
Yes.
is a new language for you. But it is his odyssey, and it's fun to watch him learn. So the things that are, antagonistic toward him, whether it's the landscape or the creatures, like to watch him master those and figure them out and have him come back around toward the end in a different way, like that's all very satisfying. Yeah, she's adorable in this and just sprightly and brings great energy and such a different role from Sentimental Value. It's Elle Fanning
Yes.
week.
Yep.
This range here from Elle Fanning. And but it's thrilling. Like, people were like, oh, it's a PG-13 Predator movie, but it's really intense. And those creatures are gnarly. And some of the early fight scenes when he's fighting his brother are a little dark. But as he is deeper and deeper into this dangerous planet, it's really inventive. Like the details and all the different, beasts he has to battle are all really, really cool. And I liked the cute little monkey alien thing that they meet up with. I know some people are going to be like, oh, it's too cutesy.
Very cute, and there's a good payoff there. I like the fact that, I think so often we've had lately the sort of post-Wicked, the book movies, including Wicked, but also like, Maleficent and Cruella, where it's like, you've thought of them as villains, but maybe you've misunderstood them all along. This one is still saying, no, the Yautja, this is what they do. They are hunters. They are predators. This is all they care about. This one, however, dares to buck the system and maybe do things his own different way and is open to learning a different way of being than as he's had drummed into his head the whole time, because that same code that he's been trying to follow is the same code that dictates that he should be killed because he's not, big and tough enough. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yes, complicated, which is unexpected in your 7th Predator movie. So, I had a really good time. And so if you don't feel like going to some heavy art house movie this time of year and Wicked's a couple of weeks away, if you want something just kind of light and transporting, this definitely would be it for you.
For sure.
But not for the whole family, because it's going to be a lot for little kids.
Probably so.
So Predator Badlands, what's your number?
I'd say 7.2. I had a really good time.
I will say 7. I had fun too. So Predator Badlands in theaters this weekend everywhere. This is your big wide release of the weekend. Will you see it? Let us know.